our men's team right now is a top 10 team in the nation, you know, but a great coach once said, you know, you don't look at what you do on paper, you actually do the game, you know, play the game and have the meet. You know, when it starts on Saturday, it's 0-0. You know, you've got to show up. It doesn't matter how many times you want to pat yourself on the back about how good you look on paper. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean a darn thing. You've got to go and show up and show people what you really can do and live up to those expectations.
Well, I mean, just because we know what we're able to do doesn't necessarily mean that it's a given. When we go out on that meet on Saturday and Sunday, we actually have to put all the work that we've put into it. We actually have to put it on the track and leave all of our efforts there. We can't just walk out on that track and expect everybody to give us this championship that, yeah, we've won it a lot in our good couple of years in a row now, but still you got to earn it. And we're just not going to walk out there and be like, we're shit, we need this trophy. We have to actually go out there and put every single thing, every bit of effort we got to prove to everybody that we deserve what, you know, with all the effort that we put forward.
And I think all the guys are really good at going into every meet as if like it's your last meet and you have to beat yourself, and this meet just makes that even stronger. Like everyone wants to beat themselves while also going out and beating all the other teams that we know are at least close to us.
You have to perform, you have to show up. Paper, you know, looks good and it takes some relaxation of mind, but when it comes to it, you have to show up that day. All the PSAC schools will be there to show up and obviously do better. We hope not only to score the points that we're seeded on paper, but to improve our marks and to improve our performances to score even more points than that.
We've always been thankful to have the conference meet at Edinburgh. Coach Carlson and her staff up there do a fantastic job. Because of the situation, we had to move to Bucknell, and quite frankly, we are absolutely fine with that. That's, as you know, this is a really familiar place that we have a lot of meets during the season. So, you know, we get joked a lot by the Bucknell team that this is our second track, our second home, and it truly is. I mean, our team is very familiar with the facility. They're very familiar with the surroundings, and I don't think it's going to hurt us at all. I think it's going to be a huge advantage for us to have such comfortable surroundings to compete in.
The training for this PSACs with indoor track and field starts definitely in the summer. You know, after you've recovered from outdoor, you start hitting it hard there in the weight room and on the track, certainly in the pits. And it just keeps building up from there. When you get back, it's nice to have a team, a solid family to train with. And most of the first semester is just training and just preparing for this moment, which seems so far away, almost untouchable, until you're there. It's definitely, you know, stepping stones throughout the year with the different meets, having different goals in mind, not necessarily improving performance, but working on the flaws in your technique or improving starts or kicks in all sorts of races. It's definitely nice now to see those things come together, or to know what we have to work on to make sure it gets done at the championship meet.
Yeah, I think it's almost every meet you just build on yourself, where you can see what you've done wrong and just keep building. And since you're almost training year-round, it's hard to forget the things that you have to do, and you just keep getting stronger and you can realize what has to be done.
What I do is I take event by event. You know, mistakes are mistakes. You learn from it every day. So just go out and run your best.
I really feel like a lot of people on this team, our biggest enemy is our own mind. Because if we get down on ourselves about some kind of performance, we do have a tendency to stay down until someone comes and picks us up. But once we all learn that it's just, you know, you got to take it as it is, learn from it, move forward, that's going to be the way that we are able to succeed constantly. I mean, me being a heptathlete, I have to constantly, if I don't perform in this event, I have to sweep it under the rug because I got another X amount of events to go.
You really have to compartmentalize, and even for other people's sakes, you don't want to be down because then you'll bring everyone else down with you.
Always be positive.
Yeah.
This men's team is hungry, just like our women too. They really want to prove something, but the men's team is really coming on strong. They're hitting everything at the right time, and you know, really, and many times I joke with a lot of people lately, I just want to get out of the way and let them do their thing, because it is you know, some great upperclassmen leadership, both sides of the ball too with the women. We've had some really good upperclassmen leadership here the last couple of weeks, which has been fantastic to see. But the men's team's just a juggernaut right now, and I just want to see them put up the numbers that I think they can and have the goals, hit the goals. You know, we're really going after some national qualifying marks along with the conference championship, and I want to see them get it done, and I have high expectations. They better live up.
Just kind of the whole year just kind of culminates here, and everything just builds, and since there's so many people there, athletes and spectators watching, that you just kind of have to go out and give it your all.
Definitely tradition. You know, you always have our chance pride team tradition, and that's one thing we always try to uphold at every championship meet, is the tradition to keep it moving, to making the hard work worth it, and to you know, supporting the rest of our team. And pride with taking it as it comes. You know, just because it's on paper doesn't mean we win, but we're going to definitely have our pride, try to do our best every year. There is some pressure to perform well to win, but I think anyone wants to win. I think every team goes in there wanting to win, Shippensburg included. So I think that's our goal, is to just do our best and keep tradition going.
Our men's team is just, in my years here, this is one of the best. And we'll see. Our goal is to break our all-time PSAC indoor record points. And I think we got a good chance if we can put it all together. So, it's going to be an exciting meet. There are some fantastic events on both sides of the ball, men and women, but there's some events that are just going to be unbelievable to watch. I mean, this is some of the PSAC all-time leaders and stuff. It's going to be a great show this weekend, and I invite everybody to come down and watch.